We love you. And remember, November 10th, you'll be right in there with your stuff. So please, we'll welcome you back November. We'll see you again. Thanks, Charlie, for everything.
Everybody.
Thank you.
Right.
Guys, I remember what I was thinking about earlier. Okay.
Go ahead.
JPay was one of our hot topics. It was really hot.
Yes, please
now, forget about defunding the police. We need to defund JPay. We need to start a movement. JPay needs to be demonopolized.
Yes.
JPay is making money off of our backs, off of the black and brown, and not giving back to the community. We need players to come in, whether it's like Rock Nation or whoever has the money. We need to break up this monopoly, and we need to give back to the communities that are being disenfranchised by the prison. What's JPay doing for the communities with all the money they're making?
Taking all our damn money and not even getting the service sucks because I just got a letter from my husband that he wrote me 3 weeks ago. It came this morning at 4:00 in the morning. I was like, what? JPay 4 in the morning. It was a letter. So I don't know what they're doing, or even they should do a system like when we send pictures or we send video, tell us why it didn't go through. Just don't or something, or it's horrible. It's the worst. I don't even understand what's going on.
Okay. All right. Now the voice of reason. Now I'm here. I'm here because I love y'all. Y'all the sisters that I always never wanted. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it all out there. This is how this goes, right? I agree with y'all 1,000,000%. But the thing is that when JPay invaded our lives in November a couple of years ago, what happened is that JPay hides behind corrections and corrections hides behind JPay. JPay said they're only both make the money, but the thing about it is both also like to keep everybody outside the loop. So what I want to go ahead and bring to light is that JPay has sort of invaded us because of the lot of prison advocacy organizations that are in New York State. Because if you ever look at a lot of the other states, commissary is done through JPay. You can't do no paper letters that come in through JPay. You have to do e-cards only with JPay. So my thing is, there's a lot of other states that JPay's been involved in their lives since the 80s. But what happened is just recently that happened in New York. But what JPay's really careful of when it comes to New York, because it has places like Fortune Society, the Osborne Association, it has a lot of these non-for-profit organizations that are worth $50 and $30 million that they tread lightly when they do certain things, even though they are taking our money, and I agree with you. Well, believe me when I tell you, if you ever want to see those locked up marathons, or you want to talk to somebody from Atlanta, or you want to talk to somebody from Florida or Colorado or Missouri, and see how JPay really runs everything from medical to commissary, and you don't go anywhere, all I'm saying is, I know y'all are struggling, and I was struggling too when I was in there in July, but trust me, ladies, it could be a lot worse.
We have Richie back on the phone.
We had worse in New York.
Yeah, wait, Richie, what do you think about JPay? Richie's back on the phone.
Yeah, that the JPay thing, it's not really working for us in New York State. Because not only are we getting tablets, we get all the old tablets that the other states don't use anymore. We have other dudes' names from other states on our tablets. Like, what's going on? Like, you issued this tablet for us.
Wow.
This tablet came from Nebraska somewhere.
You can refer this tablet?
Wow. Are you? I thought they got for real?
They make them pay. They make them pay in other states, though. They do.
New York State will not allow you to purchase a tablet, because if they allow you to purchase a tablet, that means when you leave, the tablet is yours. So that means all the information on there is yours. You cannot leave with the tablet. The tablet is a product of the state.
In our tablets here, we sign a paper saying that when we leave, we have to return the tablet.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
We don't get to keep these tablets, not that we want to, but we don't even get to keep these tablets. They take them shit. I'm part of my language.
No, you can curse that. You can curse.
The tablet thing, we have to return that back. We don't get that back. So
all you
hard drives.
All you allowed to
do
keep what that's it, electronic property. Your games and your music. Other than that, you can't do anything else.
So if you write a whole book or a whole play while you're in prison, they're gonna take that too.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Wait a minute. So Richie, wait a minute. Okay, because let me ask. Okay, so you mean to tell me, because I remember Corey's tablet was broke and he had to wait for a amount of time. So I said, because it says on our tablet that we could purchase them a tablet. So we can't purchase the tablet?
No.
No, we can't. Now,
no.
Like, check it out. My tablet broke before. And I told them if I could buy a tablet. They said, no, if it's under a year, they'll replace the tablet. But if you have the tablet for over a year, then you could pay for it and get a new tablet. But you don't get to keep it. It's basically a rental.
Yep. That's all it is.
Rental.
Wow.
The pictures that we get sent when our loved ones email us pictures, it takes like get it. I just the email that my loved one wrote to me a week ago.
See?
Wow. Yes, it takes a long time. Richie, I have a question for you. Of course you didn't know it. Yeah. Of course you didn't know it, but I was on a visit with you. I was on the outside the other day, and because we haven't been introduced, but your parents came to visit you, and as with a lot of our loved ones with the COVID, we can't kiss, we can't touch hands. How do they feel about that? They can't. Your mother. Your father can't even give you a kiss on the cheek or touch your hand. How are they coping with that?
It's a little rough for them because they're getting a little bit older and they have to go through all these different procedures to come in here now because of the COVID and the touching part. It doesn't affect us as much because unfortunately, Asian people of Asian descent, we don't show our emotions that much.
Okay.
That's true.
I mean, I always loved my mom, but in our culture, we don't really express it like that. We don't say, "Oh, I love you, mom. I love you, dad." I never said I love you to my mom until I was like 21, and I was already.
Wow.
I haven't said it yet, so I get it.
It's just something that's not in our culture. The same thing with the hugging. I tried to give my dad a hug on the fist one time, and he looked at me like I had 3 heads. I don't know what you want me to do. He loves me. I love him, but it's just not in our culture. So I guess it doesn't affect us much. But with my friends and my sisters, like my sister Athena, she's been holding me down my whole day. Like she's done everything.
Nice.
You can catch her on her IG at Queen Tina, but she's the one that's been holding me down, and it affects us. Like she's like, damn, I come all the way up here, I can't even give you a kiss, I can't even give you a hug.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
You're vaccinated.
Yeah.
Why is this? And it's the rules that we have to follow. So it is what it is.
Richie, this is what we heard.
It does affect us, and it bothers me that we can't really be more physical,
Well, I don't know if Pam brought this up, but we were asking like why nothing has changed, and they said that because nobody's complaining. Like on the inside, you guys are, okay with it, and I guess on the outside we're not complaining, and the CEOs are like, well, we can keep things as it is, no need to change it. I don't understand why we can't take pictures. If it's one person, the photographer is always 6 feet away. Like certain programs have suffered for what? It doesn't make sense. And nobody's saying anything about it.
So are you guys complaining? Like I heard too that they're not even, we heard that the superintendent was like, oh, y'all can just stay like that because you guys are not complaining. Like they're not listening because you guys are not saying anything, so we could go back to normal visits. Are you guys actually telling them or writing letters like, listen, we want to hug and kiss our people. It's not fair that it's just FRP that can touch and hug their loved ones. Are you guys complaining?
There are some people that are complaining, but we have we have nobody to complain to when we write. You get a format letter back and saying that it's going to be investigated, but no,
one of those.
I can't. I don't know how to answer. I don't know how to answer that without offending people.
Just answer it. Like, just answer. We don't have no
the guys. They don't
say
want
what you gotta say.
Yeah, no, there's no changes being made. People are trying to make changes, but no, because at the end of the day, it's working for them. So if it ain't broke, they're not gonna try to fix it.
Okay.
Yeah. No, definitely.
That's
Definitely.
And it's sad. It's sad because now I'm not proud to say this, but this is not my first time at Sing Sing. I was here before in the 90s, and the physical was totally different. It used to fit at least 4 or 5 times more than they fit now. So now for a lot of people that's getting visits, their visits are getting delayed. It's taking longer. They can't come in until somebody volunteers to leave, and they can't leave at will. That's the worst part. Our visits are not allowed to leave at will from the visiting floor.
Yeah, it's crazy, Richie, because on the outside, we know, we have to ask permission to use the bathroom, which doesn't make sense. We're adults and we know how to social distance, and we shouldn't ask to use the bathroom like babies. Like, they're taking a lot of things too far, that it doesn't make sense. Like, we can still touch hands. The prisons make the damn sanitizer.
Y'all make the hand sanitizer, so why
isn't there a bottle on each table? You know what I mean? I don't get it. It's really ridiculous.
Going on in here, then we're all in trouble. we don't understand, and I definitely don't expect anybody on the outside to understand, because we're in an upside down kingdom. Nothing makes sense in here.
Okay.
No, yeah, I see.
Oh my God, yeah. So let me ask you a question. So, okay, when you go home, and you can answer this too with Richie. So the pictures, y'all wipe them clean, or like, I'm kind of like, I don't want nobody
on the tablet.
All right, now supposedly,
I said, what happens when you guys leave? Because some women send a little bit like risque pictures to their husbands or videos. Oh. What happens to that? Because you just said you got somebody's Nebraska thing. Like, what's going on? Do they wipe it clean?
So what happens is when you turn the tablet on, when I went up,
but sometimes some slip through the cracks. That's not quite clean,
I'm dead.
You know what I'm saying?
Send a picture to somebody. Get where they gotta get to, but I know one thing. I'm deleting every single picture.
Okay. So y'all can delete the pictures. Okay.
Oh yeah. Okay. You can.
They don't let y'all download them to a disc so you can take it home with you? Wow.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
And this is the time where sharing is definitely not caring.
Oh.
You don't want that.
Look, if one of my pictures end up on the internet when I run for office, I'm suing the Department of Corrections in New York State. Okay? When old pictures pop up.
You guys have strong loved ones. Anybody that shows you guys a picture, they're in trouble.
I'm like, oh my God. Okay.
But I just want to say thank you to you guys, for the. I know it is so hard to come up here. I know when I went home, I went to go visit a few of my comrades. So I know the trials and tribulations it takes to get to go visit people, and I know what we have to go through when we come visit people. So I just got to commend you guys, man. You guys are the best, man. If it wasn't for people like you guys, if it wasn't for people like you guys out there, we'd be so lost in it. You guys are really. And our subway strap through this crazy journey that they decided to put us on. If it wasn't for you guys, we would have been done crashed and lost our mind. But you guys' love and support. Oh my God, I can't even begin to thank you guys. So much you guys do for. And when you keep your loved ones happy and satisfied, it also causes the prison mentality to be not on edge. if everybody is happy and satisfied, there'll be less violence everywhere, you know?
Yes.
So a lot of the times when there is no violence in here, you guys don't get enough credit. A lot of it is credited to our loved ones that support us and keep us sane in here.
Speaking about that, when the prison was shut down, was there a lot of tension? Remember when it was shut down?
Out there that is trooping it with their husband, with their boyfriend, with their sister, with their brothers, with their loved ones, with their family, man. I thank you all from the bottom of my heart. And if I had you guys are definitely setting an example of how to be great human beings right now.
Oh, thank you, Richie. We appreciate that, because sometimes, like you said, some people don't give us enough credit. This is a hard journey.
Listen.
I mean, this is a hard journey. I know it's hard for y'all, but people don't understand that it's hard for us as well, because we do have lonely nights. We have lonely nights.
For us, it's double as hard as it is for us. It's double as hard as it is for you guys, because you guys are up here by choice. We're not here by choice. You guys actually made it your business and decided and made a choice to come support your loved ones, to come through these doors, to go through the harassment, to go through the dirty looks and the funny eyeballs that you guys come through. I'm in the process of writing a screenplay and a book, and that shine a light on all of you guys that support your loved ones in here. The working title is The Pros of Being with a Con.
Oh, I like that.
Hey, yo, look, I just want to be an extra in the jail scene. That's it.
Can we wait till after?
For all their incarcerated loved ones.
Okay, but Kalia has something to say to you. Go ahead, Kalia.
I'm like, just write it on paper. Can you at least keep the paper? Because they're not gonna let you keep the tablet, and I would hate to whole manuscript.
Write it on paper.
I'm so sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Say it again. Say it again, Kalia.
I said, can you write it on paper and don't put it on the tablet, because they keep the tablet. We need to have access to your manuscript.
I actually have something. I have something coming to this tablet in the next few days. I'm working on it. Oh, time's up again. They're gonna have one more run, so I'm gonna call back when they let us back on, and I'll give the rest of the space afterwards.
All right, thanks, Richie.
All right,
thank you.
Oh my gosh!
So I'm so glad he brought that up, because you know how many times I have had to explain that it's different for us. We are free, and it is a choice, and it means a lot when we come. I'm glad he understands the struggle,
Yeah.
That's refreshing to hear. Look at Wilfredo. He's just really.
Wilfredo's looking like, okay.
like to me, it's like when I hear the three of y'all, it's like I'm not laughing, but I'm smiling inside, because I mean, the amount of gratitude that should be owed to the three of y'all for providing this platform, or for even just being there. And I know I know Uptown, and I know Corey for a lot of years, and just where they came from as men, or where I came from as men when I first met y'all, or didn't even meet y'all, and I met y'all husbands. We were just we were wild cowboys back then. You know what I'm saying? So to me, what I want to say is you both came into lives of people that you came in nurturing. You came in with a lot of love. You came in with a lot of loyalty. You came in with a lot of caring. And what it did, it soothes the beast in a savage environment. So a lot of times I feel like even though they may not always say it to you, I feel by just them changing their behavior and being more easy and not being in the box, and you having to go to upstate, or you having to go to Southport on a Saturday from 7 to 10, that's kind of like the indirect way of for them saying they love you or thank you. So trust me when I say, sometimes we selfish morons when we be in there because things ain't going right for us in there. But trust me, their actions about not getting tickets, not being key blocked, trying to pursue higher education, trying to pursue therapeutic programming before their parole boards is the way of saying, thank you, Pammy, I love you. Thank you, I appreciate you. Thank you, Pammy, for tripping over another guy and falling over the table and falling into his arms, and you live in happily ever after.
She was on his body.
I know the story.
She was on his body hard.
Go there. I know the story. So, I know that story. I heard this narrative already, so I understand what's going on. I understand what's going on.
I wanted to throw up. I had to actually hear them. They were behind me. Can you imagine? My God, it was disgusting.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you for that, Wilfredo, because I was about to vote you off for sticking with JPay. We don't play that. We do not stick up for JPay.
I tell you this, right, Kate? I tell you this, right? And the ladies will tell you this, and they my sisters for real. Is that one thing I won't do is I remember when I used to have to write with a stamp on Monday to make sure it get there Wednesday, and Tuesday to make sure it get there Thursday, and Thursday to make sure it get there Saturday, and right on Friday they get there Monday. All I'm saying is it could be a lot worse.
You just
They done made it a lot easier. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, Richie is back, y'all. Y'all got any questions for him?
I got a question for you, Pamela. I want to know how much each phone call is from New York, because you are
a lot, actually.
No, it's like about $1 and something. It's really not that expensive. Like Securus, it's not that expensive. So
it used to be ridiculous.
It used to be ridiculous, I hear. But remember, I just started my journey 2 years ago, so I'm glad it's not that costly anymore. So it's like $1 and maybe 35 cents for like 35 minutes if they call, and then on Saturdays they give them a 15-minute free call since COVID, right? Is that right, Richie?
Well,
yes.
Well, Richie and Wilfredo know back in the days, like, we used to run up the phone bills like thousands of dollars for collect calls, right?
Hey, Tammy, I'll give you a throwback Thursday. It used to be $3.50 just to press the connect the call.
Right.
Just to connect the call was $17 just to connect the call for the first minute, and it was like $3 each additional minute. Basically, call back in the days was $29.
What?
Yep.
Oh, hell no.
Man, I got in trouble by my parents back in the days, man.
Right.
Having the jail boyfriends call, man, listen, the collect call, whoa. Thousands, hundreds.
For a call for how long? Like 10 minutes?
For half an hour click is $20.
Half an hour click.
10 calls, $1,000.
Complaining and stuff like that, and the system got better eventually, you know?
Well, the phone call system, okay, that's fine. That's good, but
Connecticut's free now. Connecticut is free. Connecticut just passed the law.
Connecticut is, you guys know that? If
and
you
they
call in
you know what? And
they're free.
they have no FRP. And they don't have no FRP, so let's move on. Let's
Okay, you're right.
go all the way with it, Pammy. Let's go all the way forward with it. That ain't got no FRP. Yeah.
Okay, then that's fine. They can be free. We want the FRP.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. You know what? I love it when you're so practical. It just sounds so much better, you and Indira. Y'all, yeah, you're right, Wilfredo. Thank you.
Yes, you're right.
We can move on. Thank you, Wilfredo. We can move on.
We can move on. Okay. Richie, you have any questions for any one of us?
Yes, I actually do. Like, what can we do to help push you guys' message out there? What can we do to raise more awareness to you guys' mission? Because basically, to my knowledge, everything is coming out of you guys' own pockets, right?
Yes.
You guys don't have a financial backing or anything like that.
Not yet.
Hey, Richie.
My hard work is sweat and tears. No, but Wilfredo and Indira and Kalia, they are amazing, and they help me every time with the radio show. Wilfredo and Indira, 2:00 in the morning, I'm getting information for the Wall Magazine, Facebook, and Instagram. They are doing their things. So I love them and I appreciate them so much. But if you could give people the word is buy the magazine. Buy it. Like when it drops, if you buy it, if we sell for it to just pay for itself, it'll be good. That's why it only comes out 4 times a year right now. But we try to make it as informative and give you guys the opportunity to talk and your family members to let people know that you guys have voices behind the wall with the poetry, with the articles. They are great articles. I mean, you guys are talented, and not that I'm saying that you know, because you are incarcerated, you're ignorant. It's just that people are surprised. Like with Charlie Norris. Charlie Norris is an attorney that I met because I went to FedEx to get the first Walls picture framed. And it was so funny because he is Caucasian, and he said, because he looked at the picture and was like, is that a magazine? And I got very defensive. I was like, yeah, why? What's up? Like, yeah, it's a prison magazine, and what? He was like, oh no, I want to purchase it. I was like, oh shoot. So he was like, yes, because his story is amazing because he shared this so I can share it again. His daughter was unfortunately raped 10 years, maybe 15 years ago, his daughter was raped. And instead of him turning hard and hating, because he never told us who did it, what race, it just that his daughter got raped, he started a program and he started going into the prisons and start to rehabilitate the individuals and give them, try to get them to be ready to go back in society. So he really is for prison reform. He really is a great individual. He treats me like I'm Oprah Winfrey, so I feel really good. But he writes for us. He jumps on the show for us. He promotes for us. He's written another article for this magazine as well. He bought 10 copies of the first magazine, and when he made me feel, he was like, I'm so honored. Oh my God. Like he made our magazine felt like it was Jet or something. So he is really great. But if you could just get the word out to purchase the magazine, tell people to share it on their IGs, on their Instagram, tune in at the wall because we're on every third Sunday of the month. Tune in, download the Sadior Radio app, share the information. Like word of mouth is great. And if they could also buy advertisement in the magazine, so that will help as well. You can get a full page, you can get a half a page of an advertisement of their businesses. That'll be great as well. So that will help us a lot. Will help because I blood, sweat, and tears to get the magazine out. But that's it. What you have to say, Wilfredo?
Hey Richie, I just came home in July from doing 20 years. I know Corey and I know Pammy, I know Indira. I offer my services because I feel and I believe in the movement. I would just ask on Facebook and on IG if they would visit the Wall Magazine website, share it, because what it does is it provides us when we write the articles and we do the graphic design by the amazing Indira to make sure that we just go ahead and just get the word out, because if there's more people that want to see our content, I write more content. And we're able to write more things and talk about relevant issues, about the voice of the incarcerated, the struggles they need, and about what's going on to stay relevant. So I just ask anybody outside in your circle, if they just visit the website on Facebook, support it, click the like button and click the share button whenever we got something, that'd be greatly appreciated. And that would give us a way leg up on everybody else that's trying to do the same thing we're doing.
Yeah, and get the word out.
When I get in touch with my manager, my agent, I'm going to have them post on my IG about the magazine and about everything that Spanky has shown me, because the message there is amazing. And we need to get this message out. And if this is the way we got to do it through our friends and people that's in the same light that we are, well, that's it. We'll keep it a grassroots project until the powers that be sees what you guys can generate and take it to the next level. But they have to see this. People got to see this. If I wasn't made aware of this magazine, I never would have known the amazing content that was in it. So once they see it, you're going to be hooked. Even if you don't have an incarcerated loved one, it's just to open your eyes to what's going on in this world. And I'm not saying this to you guys because I know all your listeners already know what is going through. I'm basically relaying this message to some of my followers that might happen to be listening right now, that this is something that we have to be aware of, because at the end of the day, if we are not able keep in mind that the same people that you do not try to help while they're in here are the same people that's going to be released into your neighborhood. And we don't want that. Don't get me wrong. There's some people that do not deserve to get out, but there are also a lot of people that do. And the people that make a conscious effort to rehabilitate themselves when they get out there, it's a whole different thing. And
exactly.
The people on the outside see that we're not all one-dimensional characters.
Yes.
We're not all the same people that you see on TV with the black and white stripe and the little ball and chains on ankle. We're your brothers and sisters in here.
Yes.
We're your fathers and mothers in here.
Yes.
We are the same person that you see every day when you go to work across the train or across the highway. We're the same people.
Yes, that is so true.
Recognize that.
And they do, and another one of my friends, I'm very selective of I share like where my husband is at because people start to judge you automatically. And one of my friends, I said, okay, I'm on my way to get a package from my husband. And they looked at me like, what do you mean you want to get a package from him? Yeah, he needs a food package. And they were looking like, what? A food package? Like, what? Yeah, I'm buying him some food so he can eat. Like, this is, like, they're allowed to, like, or that if she was shocked to know that you guys could wear polo, and they can wear polo. I'm like, well, what the hell you think they wear? I'm like, what do you think? I mean, and again, I just started this journey, like I said, 2 years ago. And when I first came in, Indira met me. So I was petrified coming in anyway. But I was really shocked at the person that I met and who he was and how he was articulate and he was loving and he was caring. And I was like, wow.
It was disgusting.
It was
she
nice.
Said, I'm gonna write a book about you.
That they are nice people in prison. Like, you don't know that. You really don't know until you go in and meet. Because I met all of you guys. I met Wilfredo, great. Richie, you're great. I met Uptown, he's great. I would have I'm telling you, and what I was exposed to at the time, I did not think it was gentlemen like you guys in there. I thought all of the gentlemen in there were not gentlemen, that they were jerks, but you guys proved them wrong because a lot of people really don't know that you are talented, that you articulate, that they forget that y'all are brothers and fathers and his mothers in there and uncles and stuff. They forget it. So it really gives you that, let people know that you guys are human too, and that you guys do. I mean, y'all made a mistake. Any one of us could get behind there, even if we didn't make a mistake. We can be behind there, so we got to be mindful that they are human too. And yeah, they can have a piece of chicken. They don't got to just eat bread and water. Like, people are crazy. They really don't realize that y'all eat food. They don't. So.
And it's so amazing that when you do find out, you're like, wow, all this time I had this different perspective, And my family had the same perspective before I was incarcerated, And it wasn't until they experienced it that they're able to see it and feel it,
Wow.
But yeah, we only got I only got like 3 minutes left.
Richie, used to.
Oh yeah, they're telling him to get off the phone.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. So I only have like 3 minutes left, and I want to take the time to thank you guys for having me on your show. I definitely appreciate it. I wish I could meet all of you guys face to face because the message that you guys are spreading is amazing. And hopefully, by the time I touch down, I can lend whatever I can help lend to it. I definitely want to get down with you guys because you guys are God sent for us again.
Thank you, Richie. And again, when's your movie coming out?
And also, I'm sorry, what you said?
Your movie. Tell us again the name of your movie that's dropping on the 29th.
So my movie is coming out October 29th. It should be in all the AMC theaters. You have to make sure on October 29th. The name of the movie is called Snakehead. It's directed by the amazing Mr. Evan Jackson Leong. He did the Insanity documentary that won the showcase at Sundance a few years ago. Amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Came right from the bottom, worked his way through everything. Amazing man. He gave me an opportunity to be able to shine there, and I owe so much to him. The movie is starring Suya Chang. She was with Ray Liotta in the Dungeons of the Green Dragon movie. And you guys all know Sung Kang. Sung Kang is also in the movie. He plays Han in the Fast and the Movie franchise. Me and Sung played.
All right.
And we worked with the amazing Jay Boo, who's also starring in this movie. So, you know, there's a lot of... Go check this movie out. It's going to blow your mind. Everything you ever thought you knew about the Chinese triad, it's going to blow your mind when you see this movie. The name of the movie is called Snakehead. It's coming out October 29th.
Okay. October 29th, we're going to make a party out of it. We're going to go to AMC, a bunch of us, and we're going to go live.
Not everybody back.
Not in the movies, but outside.
It's going to be available after October 29th via VOD.
Okay. All right, Richie. We thank you again for coming and being a part of the Wall family. He's going to be in this fall issue of the magazine. Also, we have an excerpt from the movie that's going to be in there too. So he's going to be in the magazine on the fall issue. We thank you, Richie. We love you. We thank you for being a part of the Wall family. I know you probably got to get ready to skedaddle. So you be safe in there, and we're going to talk to you soon.
Yes, thank you. And thank you for giving me the opportunity to meet all you guys. I love you guys. My heart is with you guys. I got to go. But I love you guys, man. I can't wait to collaborate some more with you guys.
All right. Bye, Richie.
All right. Thank you so much, guys.
All right. Bye.
All right.
God bless.
Okay.
Pam, you should let everybody know, without letting them know, the amazing things that's going to be in the upcoming issue. We're going to have some new things. We have some great articles. You know, like you gave us a synopsis of what one of the writers was writing, but it's going to be amazing. It's going to be better. Every issue gets better and better.
Yes. And I owe it to my people, you guys here again. Thank you. We can't thank you enough for believing in the dream. And I have to keep pushing my husband, when he comes up with his crazy ideals. I kind of like press him down. But I thank you guys for the journey. Because I'm looking at the magazines as they come out, and it is getting better with content. We're getting better with stories. And you guys are amazing. And I love you guys, and I thank you guys for all that you do. It's really, really, really it's great. Like, I really love you guys from the bottom of my heart for really being a part of this whole experience. Mark, I want to thank Mark from Sadior Radio, because I've been with Mark now for 3 years, not with Sadior. I had other shows on his show, but when I came to him with the concept, because sometimes people don't want to do a platform of this nature about prison and about women and about, we loving our husbands and different things like that. And we're not saying that our loved ones don't deserve to be there. We're saying give them an opportunity to redeem themselves, to rehabilitate themselves, and come back into society. Like Wilfredo is a prime example. He came back hitting the streets running. I mean, he is doing amazing things, and it's possible for all of you. Just like he said, take advantage of the programs, take advantage of what you have inside. Like the TED Talk guy, the 24 hours in your day. People always say to me, "Wow, I work so hard."
Archer.
Yes. What's his name, Indira?
Jermaine Archer.
Yes, he does this amazing thing about what you can use with your 24 hours in your day. Everybody has the same 24 hours in their day. And if you choose to leave it as and just waste it away, that's you. And I feel like that. I mean, I don't understand. People always says to me, how do you get everything done? It's because we only have 24 hours in a day, but I'm striving for greatness. I'm striving for so much more things. Like, I want to be in Disney. I want the Wall magazine. I want us, the Women of the Wall prison. I want all of that to come to fruition so people can see that is, the struggle that we have for our family members, the love that we have for them, that we want them to come out and succeed. How we need the support. Like, Kalia, her dad is in prison, and how, you know, he raised her from behind the prison walls, and how does she handle it, and how, you know, just different things. And it's a culture that people just leave to die, and you can't. It's a community, it's a culture, it's there. And I didn't understand it until I lived it, and you won't understand it until you live it. So that's why you have to give a platform for people to try to understand it. So Kalia, say something.
I could say a lot. I'm on here because when you were talking about the phone calls and the price of the phone calls, the last time I was able to communicate via phone outside of other means was like about 3 months ago. So I'm on here trying to find out how I can get in contact with my inmate, my father. Well, we can't
incarcerated individual. Incarcerated individual. Go ahead.
Yeah, because it's so hard. And
no more.
Yes, and I think you said SecureTel. I think it was the platform.
Securus.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm looking to see what Orlando area has that's similar to that, because right now it's just emails, and the email is not working because of that pay website that we don't want to say. We don't want to say their name on here again. Damn. It gotta be something else, because we get a little worried, and when you don't get an email, you wonder what's going on. And it's
yeah.
Now, Kalia also has another. Your children's book is good, particularly for children that have parents that are incarcerated. I didn't know you had that book. That's amazing.
And it's such a great tool. My boys are 4 years old, so it's a great tool because we just randomly, kids have questions. They're so super cute, but they always have questions. And sometimes the questions will take your breath away. Like, we just going to Publix, and they're like, "Mom, did your dad break the law?" And it's like, yes, he did. And mommy break the law too, because she got a few tickets on the way to drop you to school. So let's talk about it. But since you're ready, we could talk about breaking the law and how sometimes we have to pay consequences for breaking the law. I think the biggest problem is looking on the website and seeing sentence to life and not knowing exactly what that means, because it seemed like it's been forever. Like, yeah, it's going on 25 plus years.
Do they have a movement in your state? And Wilfreda, you can help out with this too.
Yes.
For the elder parole, or the Elder Parole Act, like we're doing in New York State, where people that have life sentences or elderly people that have served at least a minimum amount of time can be now considered for parole instead of just throwing away the key. Is there anything like that in the state where your father is locked up, or is he federal?
I haven't heard of one, and it's so sad, and I'm sensitive, so I don't want to cry, but it's one thing to go in there as a post-teen, probably like 18, 19, going to prison, and the person that you are there, and then trying to now, like I shared with you a couple articles where inmates are dying, like getting killed in prison, and he's older now, he's 60 years old now, and it's like, I get sad just thinking about him having to be there fending for himself as a
elderly person.
Right.
Exactly.
He has a few people that he's been there with that try to protect him and things like that, but it's the saddest thing.
It's very sad. And here's the thing. A lot of the men right now that are serving life or ridiculous sentences, they're a product of the judges in the 70s, the 80s, and the 90s that gave out these crazy sentences like 30 years, 40 years, 50 years life for crimes that nowadays would get a lot less in sentencing. So these guys are still in prison, and there's guys that commit the same crimes nowadays that would never get that sentence. So they need to readjust these sentences, and some of them they need to let out. They don't deserve to sit there for a long period of time because the judges were just going crazy with the sentences. It's sad. It's sad. Hopefully it will change.
Any type of sentence, I hate to make it lighter because to bring up marriage, but think about it. I was 25 when I got married. I'm 35 now. I'm not that same person I was at 25, and that's what.
Yeah.
Hello.
I'm smarter now. Went to school a little more, and I've had life experience like mortgage and kids. So same with them that's incarcerated. There ain't no way you can expect a 60-year-old to be paying the crime for a crime that they possibly committed when they were 19 and 20 years old. That is crazy.
Exactly.
Yeah. And Will Fighter, what's that new 40 whatever something? Corey just filed for it. What is that?
So just to give it context, right? Places like Florida, California, Texas, Colorado, Michigan. These are a lot of basically blue wall states. So what happens is that they've already have a lot of punitive punishment involved with their sentencing guidelines. New York is just a little more, and I'm saying little with the key emphasis on little, is that they're a little more progressive, where now they have a reformative justice has become a hot topic, and now everyone's bringing it to light. And higher education is a big thing also too in New York State. So I feel like for the question that Kay was talking about, places like Florida State University, those places that are University of Miami, these particular institutions that earn tens of millions of dollars on TV every Saturday with college football need to go ahead and take some of these funds and funnel into higher education in certain prisons so they can start to kind of mimic what's going on in New York State with the Hudson Link program, with Bard College, with a lot of other things that are going on, so they could go ahead and make these people have more redeemable qualities so they're able to now have these reusable skills to be productive when they go out into society. And my heart goes out to you, Kay, because I got locked up. I was 25 years old. So my thing is I got locked up half my 20s, all my 30s, and half my 40s. So I came out at 45. So my thing is I'm not the same person I was, but what's happening is through higher education and other networking programs that are in New York State, I was able to come out and have a softer landing and be able to be more progressive. But that's why I do what I do and the passion I have, because I want better for the other people that are behind the wall, not just in New York, but across America as well.
Yes,
exactly.
That's exactly, and you're such a great example because, and I'm not saying it just because you're on. Me and Indira talk about you all the time. Like we say that you doing wonderful. Like she is your biggest cheerleader. She'll call me for the morning, girl. Did you hear? And I'll be like, like, I'm trying to get on the highway to get to the medical stuff. I said, I'm gonna look at it 1 minute. Give me a minute. Oh yeah, it's great. Yes, I love it. I'm proud of him too. And I'm like, I'll talk to you later because I gotta be on my feet for 12 hours. But she is your biggest cheerleader, and we commend you. I mean, I am so proud of all of the great work and the example that you're giving to all of the people behind the wall, because it can be, because they always be like, oh, the statistics and no. We know somebody firsthand, hit the ground running. He is doing his thing. Like great stuff. Go ahead, Indira.
This is what I want to say to anybody that may be watching that just got released or whatever. A lot of times the guys go in and they may be in there for like a drug offense and they want to come out, they want to shine, they want to go back to the same thing. You get a lot more respect when you actually do something different with your life and people see it. You don't know how much respect you get in the streets. There's so much, the guys that used to do stuff with you look at you differently. They're jealous because they wish they can be doing what you're doing and not looking over their shoulder. You get tons of more respect. The respect is tenfold, and you guys are so intelligent. It takes a lot of intelligence to hustle. If you just take that and point that in a different direction, the possibilities are endless. There's so much talent, so much intelligence in the prison. That's why I love that New York State has education, in the prisons, but you guys got to realize your worth. We have so much value in our community, and it's just going in the wrong direction. If you could just channel that in the right direction, you can do amazing things. Amazing things.
Yeah,
I thank y'all for both y'all support because, you know, like I said, y'all been my day ones and a half since I pulled up when I met y'all in Sing Sing, Ossining in the park. And, you know, when y'all had the opportunity to see me speak, it's kind of like, for me, I just feel like for a lot of the brothers that I left in Sing Sing, and even my comrades all over the state, Auburn, 5 Points, Clinton, it's just that everybody's maturation and change is different. Everybody had their aha moment. I mean, me and Corey, we came from the bottom. I mean, and you know, and Pammy, you know exactly what I mean. I mean, we came from the bottom, and guys know me when I was not a nice guy. And my thing is, over the years, I have fashioned myself. I have dig down real deep. I found a lot of resolve. I found a lot of grit. I found a lot of intestinal fortitude. I decided that I need to change my circumstance. And I need to go ahead and lace myself up from my bootstraps and need to say that, you know what, I'm done with a lot of the bullshit. And when I finally realized that I was done with a lot of the bullshit and I bought myself out of the wilderness of North America, I was able to channel that energy into something a lot different. So to me, I just like, for all the brothers maybe watching, for all the constituents, for everybody don't even know us, and this is new to the platform, is that I am for real. I don't play. I'm about my business. I roll my sleeves up and I get to work. And there's no one that can tell me no different. You couldn't tell me that there's not talent in prison. I love guys with master's degrees, PhD degrees, guys that can make things out of soap, out of handkerchiefs, guys that are just intelligent and not even that academic sense, but they just need the opportunity. And that's what we never had. We never had opportunity for being disenfranchised from a lot of our socioeconomic conditions, whether it be Florida, whether it be New York, whether it be Kansas City. There's always a ghetto everywhere in America. There's always black and brown that's always doing dirt. But we had to do dirt because we didn't understand that we were doing dirt because we never had no opportunities. We don't have privilege. You know what we have? You know what? We have coal that goes in the stockings on Christmas. We have the microwave.
He froze.
Oh no, it got so good.
Will Fredo come back to us? Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
He's back.
Man, you not frozen.
Will Fredo, we lost the end.
Yes,
I don't know. All I'm saying is that I'm just thankful for everything with y'all. And like I said, I'm gonna ride it till the wheels fall off, Pammy, because I believe in the movement. You know, I get a lot of courage from y'all. I'm a great writer, and I feel like so long as I can write, and I got a graphic designer behind me, I'm good. So to me, we can move forward with that.
Well, oh my God, guys, this was an amazing show. We got like 3 minutes left. I want to thank y'all. KP too, come on, give us some of your book before you go.
Tell us again. The latest book.
Tell you the name, how we get it, all of that. And tomorrow she's live at 6 p.m. Tell them what you're doing tomorrow.
It's 8 p.m. I forgot I had a party for the nonprofit, so I had to push it back a little bit. But I am helping us turn our stories into plays, and I don't think that a lot of people know that it is attainable. Like, you could take your story, we dramatize it just a little bit and turn it into a play and put it in front of the stage. And the reason why I'm so passionate about putting it on the stage is there is no other way to get a community to come together to watch the same show and get something different from it. So they pick a character that's in the play and see the character as a mirror of themselves and try to elicit change. And I believe that plays and the arts could change the community. So I put it in a book, and I hope that I get a couple of speaking gigs around the world so I can talk to people about the importance of turning their stories into the plays. And those plays, I know Richie has a movie coming out, but if we could start on the stage, then we could get more acts into these movies. And that's the way to get into the community. We are the voice, and yes, we provide roles for other people. So
yes, and what's the name of your book that you just dropped too?
You don't have the right to remain silent. It's telling you that, hey, I know what the Miranda Act says, that you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can't be held against you. Well, anything you don't say could be held against you too. And if you don't share your story dies. So I'm big on sharing your story.
Yes, and how do they get that book, please?
Book www.bookplaywright. Book ED playwright. Book playwright.
All right.
Nice.
These are my sisters and brothers. Guys, Sadior Radio, Mark, Indira, Wilfredo, KP2 Rice. I thank you guys. We love you guys. Also, please get your articles to me because I have to send it in to get it out by November. So your poems, your plays, everything, please get it to me in time.
I got you.
Shared it with you. I shared it today. I shared it.
Okay. But okay, Indira, I love you guys. Mark, Sadior Radio, we thank you so much for allowing us to have this platform. We'll be back here next November, you know, and by then the issue should be out so we can like air it and show everybody what's going on about it.
I get my Friday coupon, I get paid.
Cheesecake Factory on Friday.
Thank you so much for being a part of the war. Mark, you can take us out with our song, but you guys were great. This was a great show. Charlie Norris, thank you again for popping in with us to let us know your views and thoughts. He's amazing as well. He does a lot of work. He's gonna try. I want to try to do something special for the Christmas issue. I'm trying to figure it out. Also, you guys, thank you for keeping my husband grounded because sometimes he wants to go left with the magazine and I got to keep him right with the magazine.
And listen, stay in tune for that drip wall that we got coming out on the next mag. We have a lot of things with Michael K. Williams. We have a lot of things with guys from Sing Sing that got released on Clemency. So make sure y'all guys that are out there that got get the sneak preview of the magazine. Make sure y'all cop the magazine. We need y'all support.
Yes. Thank you guys. Anything Indira, last thoughts? Nothing?
We said it all. No. Just tune into our Instagram, The Wall Magazine, the Facebook, The Wall Magazine. Buy an issue, support. The magazine gets better and better every issue. There's new things coming out. There's some wall candy, if you know what I mean. For the men. Yeah. You know, the latest gear on the streets, the shoes, the cars, everything the guys like, as well as the relevant issues that's important to the criminal justice system. So it's amazing. It gets better and better and better thanks to Pam and Spank. You know, this is their baby, and it's growing. It's growing.
Oh, no problem. Thank you guys again. I don't know where Mark is, but we got I think we're off live now. I think we're off.
No. I'm waiting for y'all to stop talking. Y'all talking. I ain't want to be free. And put the music on.
Mark, man, yo, you official, bro.
I got y'all. I got you.
Sorry, no.
My bad. He said, "Oh, y'all think y'all off? Y'all ain't off
yet." You can let us off with the anthem. You can let us off with the anthem.
Yeah, you crazy, Clammy.